Welcome back, cultivators. Before we dive into the epic story of Luo Feng and his 4 universe-shaking clones, I have a small favor to ask. If you enjoy deep dives into Swallowed Star, epic Donghua, and insane anime powers, help us reach 1,000 subscribers by hitting that like button, sharing this video, and of course, subscribing with the bell turned on so you don't miss any of our content. Now, let's jump straight into the legend of Luo Feng, the Earthling who defied the universe itself. In the endless ocean of stars, countless warriors rise and fall. Some burn brightly for a moment, only to vanish into nothingness. Others carve their names into history, yet still remain bound by the same cosmic laws that govern us all. But every so often, a single figure emerges who doesn't just follow the laws of the universe, he challenges them. He bends them. He redefines what is possible. And among these rare few stands a man from the most unlikely of places, Earth. His name is Luo Feng. To many, he began as nothing, a minor talent in a backwater world, destined to be overshadowed by the true geniuses of the primordial universe. But fate had other plans. What started as the journey of a simple Earthling soon became a story that would make even the strongest gods tremble. This is the legend of the man who wielded not 1, not 2, but 4 terrifying clones, each one capable of shaking the heavens. Together, these forms turned Luo Feng into a force beyond comprehension. And today, we're going to unravel that story. From the moment he first gained the golden-horned beast body, to his ultimate fusion with a beast born from destruction itself. By the end, you'll see why even the most ancient hermits whispered his name in fear. So, let's begin. The golden-horned beast, the first step into legend. Every great tale begins with a spark, and for Luo Feng, that spark was the golden-horned beast. This wasn't just some creature. It was one of the most fearsome life forms birthed by the universe, known for its devastating physical power and ability to consume energy on a scale few could even imagine. When Luo Feng acquired the golden-horned beast body, his destiny shifted forever. At first, his human self, the Earthling body, seemed fragile in comparison. Just a simple human form. Ordinary. Weak. The kind of vessel no one would ever expect greatness from. But there was something hidden inside that human shell, his soul. That was the real brilliance. You see, Luo Feng's human body wasn't just a disguise, it was the perfect camouflage. On the outside, he appeared to be nothing more than a gifted Earthling, a talented youth who could compete in the virtual universe company's genius tournament. And oh, how the galaxy underestimated him. When Luo Feng stepped onto that stage, wielding a divine weapon, he stunned audiences everywhere. His performance was so extraordinary that he caught the attention of the Lord of Chaos City himself, who took him in as a disciple. But no one, not the audience, not even his fellow humans, knew the truth. Behind the mask of this ordinary genius, lurked the terrifying power of the golden-horned beast. This was Luo Feng's trump card, hidden in plain sight. And even when his Earthling body, still at the Realm Lord level, clashed with immortal kings, his resilience left the universe speechless. His ability to recover from seemingly fatal wounds was nothing short of monstrous. Imagine it. A human youth, standing toe-to-toe with kings, and rising again and again as though death itself couldn't hold him down. That was only the beginning. But Luo Feng wasn't satisfied. He knew that raw strength alone wasn't enough. The universe is vast, filled with cunning enemies and endless dangers. To survive, he needed something more. That's when he acquired the Mosha Clone. At the Chenwu auction, he invested a fortune to purchase a fragment of Mosha clan skin, a rare treasure that few dared even touch. From that fragment, he birthed his second clone. The Mosha were unlike anything else. They weren't bound by flesh and blood. They were energy-based lifeforms, naturally attuned to the laws of space. Teleportation, which for most was a rare skill, came to them as effortlessly as breathing. For Luo Feng, this clone became a weapon of shadows. Where the golden-horned beast was raw power, the Mosha was stealth, speed, and deception. It could infiltrate the most heavily guarded enemy strongholds. It could mimic almost any form, disguising itself so perfectly that even advanced civilizations couldn't tell the difference. And Luo Feng made full use of it. With his Mosha clone, he infiltrated the mechanical clan to steal the Vulcan source crystal. He disguised himself as a Zerg warrior to fool the Queen Mother herself. Each time, he danced on the edge of death, but always emerged victorious. But the most terrifying part? The Mosha clone had no soul, no divine body, no fear. Even if it were destroyed by a true god, It could reassemble itself again and again, as though death had no meaning to it. When his teacher, Zhuangkong, the former God King, saw this ability, even he couldn't hide his envy. He once admitted, "Your clone is more useful than my alias as the Northern Prison Lord." And he wasn't exaggerating. The Mosha Clone was the perfect assassin. The ultimate spy. A phantom that could go anywhere, be anyone, and survive anything. If the golden-horned beast made Luo Feng a warrior to be feared, the Mosha Clone made him a ghost to be hunted in vain. But his journey didn't stop there. If the Mosha Clone gave Luo Feng shadows to vanish into, then the Nine Netherworld Sea Clone gave him something far more terrifying: scale. Originally, Luo Feng had set his sights on a different path. He thought the World Tree could serve as his next avatar, granting him an eternal, life-giving form. But sometimes, even great plans are crushed by reality. His life force was simply too immense, making this path impossible. And so, he searched for another way. That's when he discovered the endless sea of blood, belonging to the infamous Lord of the Nine Netherworlds, a being so ancient and mysterious that even true gods spoke of him with unease. Most would have turned away in fear. But Luo Feng? He stepped directly into the storm. Through daring and brilliance, he infiltrated the core of that vast, endless ocean of divine blood. The Lord of the Nine Netherworlds himself loomed above him, and yet, Luo Feng managed to outwit him, slipping past his gaze, tricking him into allowing entry. From a single drop of that endless sea, Luo Feng birthed his third clone. The Nine Netherworld Sea Clone wasn't a body in the normal sense. It was a cosmic ocean stretching 12 light-years across. A living sea of divine power. Imagine entire fleets of ships vanishing beneath its waves. Imagine stars themselves swallowed whole by its currents. That was its strength. And when war came, that strength became humanity's lifeline. The Great War between humans and demons was a battle that tested the survival of entire races. On one side, the human race, fighting to protect their foothold in the universe. On the other, endless armies of demon clans, backed by their lords and true gods. At the center of it all, stood Luo Feng's Nine Netherworld Sea Clone. Alone, this clone withstood the combined assault of 2,000 lords of the universe and over a dozen true gods. Picture that for a moment. Thousands of universe-shaking entities, unleashing every weapon, every law, every ounce of fury they possessed, and Luo Feng's ocean absorbed it all. Wave after wave crashed against him, and still he endured. By the time the battle ended, the battlefield itself had been reshaped. Countless lives had been lost, and yet humanity survived. Not because of their numbers, not because of their weapons, but because Luo Feng's ocean had stood like an immovable wall between them and annihilation. When the dust settled, the Lord of Chaos City himself could only sigh in awe. His words echoed across the primordial universe. Luo Feng, this single clone of yours is worth half the universe. Think about that. Half the value of the entire primordial universe, resting in just one avatar. That was the scale of the Nine Netherworld Sea Clone's power. It was no longer about being strong or clever. Luo Feng had become something different altogether, a shield that entire civilizations relied upon. And yet, even with 3 unstoppable forms at his command, Luo Feng's story was far from over. Because in the depths of the cosmic sea, something was awakening. Something born from destruction itself. And when it rose, Luo Feng would face a trial that no one, not even he, was prepared for. Just when humanity thought they had seen the peak of Luo Feng's power, the universe reminded them that the true horrors were still lurking in the shadows. From the depths of the cosmic sea, a monster stirred. It wasn't a lord. It wasn't a true god. It wasn't even one of those ancient, reclusive hermits who watched from the sidelines of eternity. This was something else entirely. The creature's name was Morosa, known in whispers as the Beast of Destruction. Unlike the golden-horned beast, which thrived on devouring. Unlike the Mosha Clan, which lived through cunning and stealth. Unlike the Nine Netherworlds, which embodied the boundless ocean of life force. Morosa was something far more primal. It was destruction itself. Born from the origins of the universe, its aura alone could crush the will of true gods. Its presence carried the weight of endless annihilation. This was a being so powerful that it had once killed the ancestor god, the progenitor of countless lives. For the first time, Luo Feng felt the weight of true despair. He had survived endless battles. He had mastered clones. He had stood against armies. But here, standing before Morosa, he felt the looming certainty of death. Armed with the Star Tower, Luo Feng managed to suppress the beast temporarily. But killing it? Impossible. Every strike felt meaningless. Every attempt at sealing it only delayed the inevitable. Morosa was eternal destruction made flesh. But then, an impossible realization struck him. The Nine Netherworld Sea Clone wasn't merely a vast ocean of life. It carried within it the essence of creation. Its waters represented growth, renewal, and the endless cycle of existence. And Morosa was its opposite. The essence of destruction. Creation and destruction. Two forces older than time itself. Two sides of existence. If they could be combined, if Luo Feng could harness both, then perhaps, just perhaps, he could forge something beyond even the limits of the universe itself. It was madness. It was impossible. And yet, Luo Feng gambled everything. Through a desperate act of courage, Luo Feng forced a soul contract with Morosa. The beast raged. The universe trembled. Time and space themselves seemed to resist this union. But it was too late. Their essences intertwined. Destruction and creation clashed, collided, and then fused. From this union, Luo Feng's fourth clone was born. It wasn't just a body. It wasn't just a weapon. It was an existence that defied the heavens. A terrifying new form that even the ancient hermit Zuoshank, the so-called Northern Prison Lord, looked upon with trembling eyes. This clone embodied both creation and destruction. Its fists shattered stars. Its power warped time and space. Even god-kings, beings who had reigned for eons, would pale before its presence. When Luo Feng descended upon Morosa's lair in this new form, the entire cosmic sea fell silent. Even those hermits, hidden for countless eras, whispered to one another in disbelief. Has he become the Beast King? No. Something even greater. And so, Luo Feng's final transformation was complete. From an ordinary youth born on Earth, to a warrior who defied the laws of the universe itself. The golden-horned beast gave him unmatched devouring power and resilience. The Mosha Clone gave him stealth, infiltration, and survival beyond reason. The Nine Netherworld Sea Clone gave him a divine ocean vast enough to rival armies. And the fourth clone, born from Morosa's essence, gave him the ultimate balance, destruction and creation united. Together, these four forms turned Luo Feng into something the universe had never seen before. No longer just a man. No longer just a protector of Earth. He became the universe's final shield, its sharpest sword, and perhaps, its ultimate hope. Even Zuoshank, the once mighty god king who had seen everything, could only stare in awe and murmur. Luo Feng, you have surpassed every expectation. But can you truly control this power? That answer remained uncertain. But one truth was undeniable. When Luo Feng raised his golden fist once more, the entire universe trembled. And that, my friends, is the rise of Luo Feng, the man of four clones. From the golden-horned beast to the Mosha, from the vast ocean of the Nine Netherworlds to the unimaginable fusion with Morosa. Tell me in the comments, which of Luo Feng's clones do you think is the most terrifying? The devouring golden-horned beast? The stealthy Mosha? The galaxy-swallowing sea clone? Or the impossible fusion of creation and destruction itself? I'll be reading your answers, because honestly, even I can't decide which one is the most insane. If you enjoyed this deep dive into Swallowed Star, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe for more epic Donghua breakdowns, and turn on the bell so you don't miss what's coming next. Because Luo Feng's journey isn't over. And trust me, the universe hasn't seen anything yet.